welcome to SVG-TV's news for Monday, August 4th, 2025. I'm Triska Campbell with the details. The news department of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Broadcasting Corporation, SVG-BC, is now better equipped to keep the public informed during crisis following the successful deployment of emergency media kits by the Media Institute of the Caribbean, MIC, with support from the British Resident Commissioner to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. SVG-BC's news department is one of 8 independent newsrooms across the Caribbean to benefit from this initiative, which marks a significant step in building media resilience ahead of the Atlantic hurricane season. Following a rigorous needs-based application process, emergency media kits were handed over to both SVG Broadcasting Corporation and Eyewitness News in St. Vincent and the Grenadines over the weekend. SVG-BC News editor Rochelle Batiste expressed sincere gratitude to the British High Commission and the MIC for what she described as a timely and generous donation. She noted that the support comes as SVG-BC is actively developing its disaster response plan and working to strengthen operational resilience in the face of increasingly severe weather events. Batiste said the equipment will significantly enhance our ability to deliver real-time updates and critical information to the public when they need it most. She said it also reinforces SVG-BC's commitment to serving communities with trusted news and vital updates before, during, and after disasters. A news release from the British High Commission in St. Vincent and the Grenadines stated that the emergency media kits comprising of cameras, microphones, lighting equipment, as well as laptops, hard drives, memory cards, and tripods underscore the strong partnership between the British High Commission and the MIC. The release described the initiative as a shared effort to safeguard press freedom and strengthen democratic discourse, particularly in small island developing states, SIDS. They are especially vulnerable to natural disasters. President of the Media Institute of the Caribbean, Kiran Maraja, emphasized that the collaboration with the British Resident Commission in Kingston elevates disaster readiness across the region. Maraja said the initiative reinforces the indispensable role of independent journalism in protecting lives and livelihood across the Caribbean. Godfrey Patton, the resident British Commissioner, echoed this sentiment, highlighting the importance of a robust and resilient press. He said upholding a free and resilient press remains central to our mission. Through this partnership, we are strengthening the ability of newsrooms to serve their audiences at the most critical moments. The development of these media kits is part of a broader ongoing effort to enhance media sustainability, integrity, and public trust. Both the British High Commission and the MIC expressed appreciation for the dedication of all participating newsrooms in championing transparent, accountable, and resilient journalism throughout the Caribbean. The government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines has unveiled $50 commemorative stamps and granted citizenship to the West Indies cricket legends of the 1975 Cricket World Cup. The official unveiling of the commemorative stamps took place during the interval of the final match of the Emancipation Cricket Festival on Sunday in celebration of the players' historic contribution to the sport. Speaking on the citizenship initiative, Prime Minister Dr. Afghan Salves announced that the government is moving swiftly to complete the processing of documents following parliamentary approval last week.
As your representatives, on Monday, our parliament conferred on the 12 surviving members of the 1975 Cricket Championship team, the highest office in our land, the highest office of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, our citizenship. And I know that all the formal arrangements are being made to have all the legends, the 12 of them, inducted into the citizenship of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with the rights and privileges and duties and obligation of our citizenship.
Prime Minister Dr. Afghan Safs further revealed plans to engage other regional governments to encourage similar recognition of the 1975 cricket legends who played a pivotal role in shaping West Indies cricket's history.
And you have seen some in relation to the stamps, and there will be others. We pledge here tonight before man and God, before woman and God, that St. Vincent and the Grenadines will continue to be a beacon in support, a light in support of the legends of 1975. We so pledge, and we are prepared to mobilize other CARICOM governments to ensure that they themselves will continue to be truly honored, and their names will forever be etched in our hearts and in our minds as men of great valor and courage and skill who have done so much for our Caribbean civilization and the uplifting of the noble values of this civilization. We have so much.
The 1975 West Indies team famously won the inaugural Cricket World Cup, and their contributions are widely regarded as foundational to the region's sporting legacy. A free eye clinic is being held at the St. Joseph's Convent, Kingstown, running from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily until Thursday, August 7th, through a collaboration between the Ministry of Health and the Sandals Foundation. Public Relations Coordinator for Sandals Foundation St. Lucia, Stacia Brathwaite, explained that the initiative is part of an annual program led by Dr. Stephen Stern, Director and founder of the Great Shape Inc. Eye Care Program, which provides free eye care across various Caribbean countries each year.
Okay, well, the project Stephen Stern, who is the founder of Great Shape Inc., this is something that he does annually for the last 17 years in Jamaica. He has 2 weeks of clinic in Jamaica every autumn. And what he also does is go into other Caribbean countries. He has been spreading it a bit further now and going into other Caribbean countries to provide these eye care services. So he's partnered with the Sandals Foundation, who would provide the logistics on the ground, the lodging, the food, and some assistance, and the ministries in the various countries, so that we can bring free health, free world-class eye care from top professionals from the US and Canada to the citizens of each of the Caribbean countries, in this case being St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
She further noted that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a new addition to the Sandals Resorts family and was embraced as the baby of the group, becoming the starting point for this year's rollout of the eye care program in the region.
Partnering with Sandals Foundation, it is usually countries in which the resort is located.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So St. Vincent being our baby, of course you also have to bring the philanthropic end here, and that is why St. Vincent was chosen this year. It was in Barbados where I would have assisted like 2-3 years ago, and it would have been in Grenada, St. Lucia. So as I said, being the baby in the family now, we have brought it to St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Those attending the clinic can expect a range of free services, including vision screening, eye health assessments, and referrals for further treatment where necessary. Brathwaite is encouraging the public to take full advantage of the opportunity.
They're going to be checking vision for glasses. They're going to be checking for pathologies such as glaucoma and cataracts. There's also going to be health screenings for conditions such as hypertension and diabetes, and in some cases, the dispensation of medication. And one thing that St. Vincent is fortunate to have, there will be laser for diabetic retina. There will be laser for diabetic care.
Right.
So this is something that was not in Barbados. We didn't fortunate to have it. This is a new addition, so laser care for diabetic patients, so which will be done on site. And then there will also be referrals for further treatments, and that will be taken care of by your ministry.
The eye clinic is open to persons of all ages and no appointments are required. The New Democratic Party's NDP candidate for Marikwa, Philip Jackson, has declared his intention to form a strong partnership with the people of the constituency as he promises to serve with dedication and purpose. Speaking at the official launch of his candidacy in Richland Park, where he was symbolically handed the key to the constituency by party leader Dr. Godwin Friday, Jackson told supporters that Marikwa has yet to reach its full potential, something he is determined to change if given the opportunity to represent the area in Parliament.
This is the message. Marikwa can be a powerful place for all. Marikwa has the potential to be the most powerful constituency in all of SVG. And it requires people like you and me to make that happen. So listen, partner with Philip for a powerful Marikwa for all.
Jackson emphasized his commitment to working closely with key sectors, particularly farmers and fisherfolk, acknowledging their vital role in the local economy. He noted that he has already been engaging with constituents across the district to better understand their needs and priorities.
Tonight is the launch of a movement of people working together to fulfill our true potential in Marikwa. Now, I stand before you and I'm saying, I want to be your representative. I want you to select me and elect me and vote for me to be the member of Parliament for Marikwa. And I am very proud and honored to take this task. When the people of Marikwa say, we're looking for a man, I say, here am I, send me. When the people of Marikwa said we want a strong leader in Marikwa to help us fulfill our potential, I said, speak, my people, your servant, hear it. And I am here on your mandate to ensure that we work together, we support each other to fulfill our.
Among his top priorities, Jackson highlighted the renovation of sporting facilities across the constituency, citing their importance in youth development and community engagement. He also outlined plans to create a thriving business environment, particularly by supporting local entrepreneurs and small businesses. Additionally, Jackson proposed the establishment of mentorship programs aimed at empowering youth and providing guidance for personal and professional growth.
In Marikwa, to be powerful, there's something we need to do, mentorship. Those of us who are adults, we have to spend some time helping the students in our village, organize a little group to help them with their homework. Some of them don't have the abilities and the type of parenting at home to do it for them. We have to help them. So mentorship is going to be a part. You know you have gone, you have done well, you have succeeded. You have to translate that to our young people. And the next thing is about industry and business. There was a time there was powerful shops in Marikwa that looked like department stores. You could go and buy almost everything you needed. Now you go in some shops, the shelves look like you have more shelves than bottles. A hurricane, that's Hurricane Ralph passed through Marikwa and decimated our business and our industry. We have to help our people become entrepreneurs and give them what they need to build strong businesses so that they can employ people and be independent.
The event marked the formal start of Jackson's campaign as the NDP seeks to regain the Marikwa seat in the next general elections. Meanwhile, opposition member of parliament for Central Kingston, Sinclair Leacock, has disclosed that the government intends to seek parliamentary approval for a $100 million supplementary budget during the next sitting of parliament, scheduled for this Thursday, August 7th, 2025. Speaking at an NDP meeting in America on Saturday, Leacock raised concerns about the scope and purpose of the additional spending, which he said includes further funding for the Kingston Port modernization projects.
3 months before an election is called, they're coming to the people of St. Vincent Greek to ask me to give them another $100 million. I want to drop that here tonight. Ralph Everett Gonzalez and the Unity Labour Party is coming to the Parliament this week to ask for another $100 million. You expect the New Democratic Party to vote for that? You have to be mad. To get that, we must get a new mandate. So, they're trying to tie up with foot again. They say $25 million is to fix the sinking port. So if we ain't give them it, they're going to say we cause the port to sink. Imagine that. Cummins and Stewart and company met about 4.
Leacock further noted that a portion of the supplementary budget is reportedly earmarked for post-Hurricane Beryl reconstruction efforts following the widespread damage caused by the storm last year.
They said they want $47 million of that to fix the houses in Union Island, burial funds. So over a year gone, waste fix where he could have fixed. And where waste ain't fixed, them ain't fixed. But NDP now, where Union Island and Canada one house ain't fixed. Well, something would have to be wrong with we. The people in the Southern Grenadines wait for 1 year and a couple of months, and 2 months ain't gonna kill them. With the New Democratic Party in government and Philip in government, all that is wrong will be put right by the New Democratic Party. All the road and them is St. Vincent bad. So give some more money for fix the road before the election. I mean, then I say, you know what I mean?
The opposition MP indicated that he and his colleagues will be closely reviewing the proposed allocations and will demand detailed justifications for how the funds are to be used, particularly in light of the ongoing concerns about government spending efficiency. Senior Environmental Health Officer Ralph Williams is calling on the public to intensify their pest prevention efforts as rodent infestations continue to pose a significant health challenge across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Speaking during a recent interview on NBC Radio, Williams highlighted that poor housing conditions and inadequate sanitation practices are major contributors to the ongoing rodent problem in several communities. He explained that despite repeated interventions by the health authorities, the environments being created, often unintentionally, are highly conducive to rodent survival and reproduction. Rodents such as rats and mice are known carriers of several dangerous diseases, including leptospirosis. Williams emphasized the need for a coordinated community-driven approach to combat the issue effectively. He noted that while the government continues to invest in rodent control programs, these efforts must be matched by personal responsibility at the household and community levels.
And we rodents too, because of the rain, they have water, and there's always availability of food.
Right.
The availability of food, and they're very crafty and very innovative.
You're talking about the rats.
Yeah, the rats, very innovative. So the thing is, it is that we still boil it down to three main species. We have the Rattus rattus, we have the Rattus norvegicus, and we have the Mus musculus. And those are just the scientific name, but these are the black rat, the brown rat, and the house mouse.
That's
okay?
The grayish one.
The grayish, the blackish one is the black rat. And the brown one is the dark brown one too. You know? Dark brown. And the habitat is underground, in gutters. You know, those boys I see in town now.
Right.
Yeah, those guys usually be in town. and so forth. And then the black rat will be more up in like attics, in the roof, in trees and so forth.
Okay.
And then the mus musculus will be the house mouse will be indoors. Indoors and be in the field, but mostly you have them indoors and so forth. And those are domestic too, because they really go at human habitats. They really live around human habitats.
Okay.
So these are the two: the mosquito Aedes aegypti and the tree rats.
Williams said the Public Health Department will continue its surveillance and intervention programs, particularly in high-risk areas. Residents are also encouraged to play their part by reporting severe infestation to local health authorities and participate in cleanup campaigns. In other news now, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the RSVG-PF, has launched an investigation into a fatal motor vehicle collision that occurred along the Gorse Public Road in Connery at approximately 8:55 p.m. on Friday, August 1st. The RSVG Police Force says, according to preliminary investigations, motor vehicle PL804, owned and driven by Carlos Tash, a 54-year-old chauffeur of Belmont, ran off the roadway under unknown circumstances. At the time of the incident, the vehicle was also occupied by Annette Huggins, a 37-year-old housekeeper of Oya and Sandy Bay. Personnel from the Connery Police Station and Fire Department and the medical services responded promptly to the scene. Huggins was found unresponsive, and a district medical officer subsequently arrived on the scene and officially pronounced her dead. The driver sustained injuries to various parts of his body and was initially treated at the Georgetown Modern Medical Center. He was subsequently transferred to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital for further medical attention. The police say motor vehicle PL804 sustained extensive damage. Measurements were taken at the scene, which will be revisited as the investigation progresses. A post-mortem examination is expected to be conducted to determine the exact cause of death. The RSVG Police Force extends condolences to the family and loved ones of the deceased and encourages anyone with information that may be able to assist with the investigation to contact the Connery Police Station or Police Control at 457-1211. The RSVG Police Force is also investigating a motor vehicle accident that occurred along the Lackwell Public Road approximately 7:20 p.m. on Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. Preliminary reports indicate that a silver Suzuki Escudo, registration number PJ260, driven by Augustus Ned, a 62-year-old farmer of Leyu, ran off the road and went over an embankment. The police say at the time of the incident, the vehicle was carrying 4 passengers, including a newborn and 2 minors. None of these individuals sustained injuries. One passenger, a 61-year-old resident of Mesopotamia and Leyu, sustained minor injuries and was treated at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital and has since been discharged. Motor vehicle PJ260 sustained damage as a result of the accident. Investigations into the cause of the incident are ongoing, and the RSVG Police Force is reminding all motorists to exercise caution and vigilance when using the roadways. 1 week after a shooting incident at sea off the coast of Oya, 2 men, Dominic Neverson of Chateaubelair and boat Captain Whitfield Biggest Williams of Oya, remain missing. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard conducted search operations for 3 consecutive days, but has since discontinued its efforts. In an interview, Suzette Williams, sister of the missing boat captain, shared that local fishermen had continued searching up until yesterday. However, they too have now ceased their search as the community struggles to come to terms with the tragedy.
Coast Guard searched for a couple of days, and the fishermen never went out and searched. But nothing have been found. But we have to cook. We have to be strong, but yeah. But what we can do, only God alone right now. Only God alone can strengthen the family. Especially the 3 sons. The one in the States, the twin, and his daughter. She just finished college this year. She graduated. We have to be strong as family, but it's really hard, eh? Really, really hard for me to be strong. But as long as we have God, We had hopes. And God is there. He's watching over the family. We just have to pray. Because it don't happen like that. But we just have to pray that we could get justice for him. What I'm saying, the only justice we can get is from God.
The sole survivor of the incident, in which all 3 men were reportedly shot at, remains hospitalized. Police investigations into the circumstances surrounding the incident are ongoing.